Remy LeBeau, better known as Gambit, would be an incredible character for Marvel Rivals. He's probably my top 3 characters I want to see in this game, and I think his abilities would be incredible. So guys, in this video we're going to be breaking down what his ultimate could be, his normal abilities, his passive, and his team up. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below on which character you want to see me make a video on next. It could be any character that you love from the game, that you just love in general, sorry, so, such as like Ghost Rider, it could be Galactus, it could be anyone. So just leave a comment down below and let's get into what his first ability is going to be. One thing I want to mention before the first ability is that I was tossing and turning thinking about what he should be, if he should be a duelist or he should be a support, and I think there's a good argument where he could be a support character in the game. However, I made this video based on him being a duelist. So let's get into the first ability. So starting off with his primary attack, so that's going to be his left click attack, and I thought that it would be that he throws kinetic charge cards at enemies which explode on impact. So he throws one at a time, so he doesn't throw multiple just with his normal left click. He throws one at a time, and after he's thrown 20 cards, it reloads, and the reload animation is him like shuffling a pack of cards. So I think this would be like a really good standard like ability to use, just because I think it's quite straightforward. You just click in, and once you hit your opponent, you're also putting damage into them, and I think it'll be so fun to be able to just throw the cards as Gambit that are like slicing through the air, and it just hits the opponent and has a little explosion with like a little pink or purple like, you know, explosion. I don't know, like the color. I just think it would be really good. So moving on to his right click ability, he throws 3 kinetic cards with a delayed explosive charged. So upon clicking right click again, these will then detonate, or they will automatically detonate after 4 seconds. So imagine this. His right click has a little bit of like a cooldown, but once you use it, he'll throw 3 cards at once that like are not going to go in like the same direction, like they split up into 3 on the screen. And once they like hit someone, or if they hit the ground, there's a delay in them actually actually, you know, causing an explosion and damage until you click right click again. So you can actually time it when it's going to like explode and go off. Or if you don't click right click again, it will just automatically explode by itself after 4 seconds. And I just thought that gives a little bit of like tech to his character, to his abilities that other people don't have. Like that ability to have like a little delayed charged attack would be really interesting, and I think it would be unique to his character. So his shift ability would be that he has enhanced speed and running, and he can climb up walls with his bow staff. So he wants to run up the walls, like he'll use his bow staff to help him like get up and get to the positions that he can't usually get to. And I think that's a pretty good ability, you know, more speed and enhanced running. But I did put that this has a duration of 5 seconds. So anything more than 5 seconds, and that's pretty much it. His passive ability is that he has like just kinetic flowing through him, like when he stands still. So if he stands still and he throws his cards, he gets like an increased damage, a slight increased damage over time, just due to the, you know, kinetic energy building up inside of him. So I thought that the passive one is probably one of the least like lackluster ones that I came up with. So let me know down below in the comment section what you think Gambit's passive ability should be. And then moving on to his team up ability, we have Gambit charges Wolverine, and it was going to be another X-Men, so I've not thought of that X-Men, so I thought I'd leave that for you guys to see who else you'd want Gambit to have a team up with, Wolverine and which other character. So you can team them up with his kinetic energy, allowing them to deal more damage. So duration for this and his teammates when the ability is used is 5 seconds. So the teammate can press the button on their screen, and that will give them like an increased damage due to the kinetic energy lasting 5 seconds. The same way like Magneto, he press C and he gets his sword, which is his team up with Scarlet Witch. But yeah, leave a comment down below as to who you think his other team up should be. And this team up just reminded me of that clip from like X-Men 97 when Gambit's like charging up Wolverine. I think that would be really good. So moving on to his E ability. So that is overcharge his primary attack for 3 seconds, dealing more damage each card that is thrown. So if he presses E, he just like overcharges in his kinetic energy for when he's left clicking his, you know, throwing the cards, but it only lasts 3 seconds. So you got to spam that left click and throw as many cards as you can, because the more cards you throw, the more damage you're actually doing. So I just thought, again, that's like a nice little unique ability to Gambit, one that doesn't, you know, that someone else won't have, and I just think, again, would work really well. So moving on to his ultimate ability. So for his ultimate ability, I put Gambit charges up and channels all his kinetic energy in his body to his bow staff, allowing him to jump in the air and slam the bow staff down, creating a ripple of explosive damage to enemies in a close proximity and stunning enemies who don't die. So what I had in my head for this was, I was trying to think of, like, you know, from X-Men 97, he uses bow staff quite a lot, but then I was thinking about X-Men Origins. I don't know if you've seen that with Wolverine, and Gambit is featured in there, and it's this scene when it's like he's outside like a gambling spot, and he jumps off the roof, and he's like spinning his bow staff, and like he slams it down, and like it creates like a shockwave damage and sends like Wolverine and someone else flying. And that's what I pictured for this ultimate. I think it'd be so cool if you see him like go all pinky purple with kinetic energy and slam it down. I think that's a really good ultimate. It could cause a lot of damage as well, especially doing like in the center of a big group. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the abilities I have for Gambit. So please let me know down below what you thought of these abilities, what you would change, and please comment down below on which character you want me to make a video on next for like a custom character. Do you want it to be Ghost Rider? Do you want it to be someone else? But yeah, I've been Az. You guys have been awesome. If you have enjoyed the video, like I said, please leave a like, hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.